I really don't like fishing at this park, but it is the closest one to where I live, so I tend to come here a lot. So since I come here a lot, I decided I'm going to try to do something I don't do a whole lot, which, if you watch all my videos, I'm usually fishing some kind of soft plastic. I don't fish a whole lot of hard baits. Right now I've got tied on a spoon and a rattle trap style bait. But these aren't just like regular spoons or regular rattle traps. These are like mini sized ones. So since I'm always saying to downsize around here, and downsizing usually generates some bites, so I've got a small spoon and a small rattle trap. And I'm going to throw those on my ultralight rods and see if I can catch anything. Although it's very, very slick right here. I might not be able to. I need to stand in the grass. Otherwise I'm going to end up in the water. And the rattle trap thing I'm using is actually from Cream. It's one of these hard bait kits, or hard buy kit. There's an awkward space there. They put the space in the wrong spot. But yeah, there's some other rattle traps in there. I've even got a little tiny jerk bait and small little crankbait that I've used in old videos. I used to fish these types of baits a long time ago, but haven't done it in a while. So figured now's a good time to start. And I'm trying to stay up in the grass where I've got some footing, because it's very slick with all the rain lately. Okay, and since I've got a chrome spoon tied onto the other one, I don't really want to throw the same color rattle traps, so instead of a chrome rattle trap, I'm going with black and yellow. And I'm not able to tie it on because it keeps getting tangled up. But maybe that'll work a little bit better. It might be just give them something different to look at, so I'm not throwing two things that look the same, because I do kind of swim my spoon sometimes, and they get that side to side minnow motion. Oh, had a bite. Sunfish, but not exactly what I'm looking for, but that's probably all I'm going to be catching around here. Although I do feel like this might be more effective than the spoon. Someone followed it out and swiped at it, but didn't get the hooks. Oh, there we go. Got him that time. Okay, he kept following it, followed it all the way from the roots over there. Nice little green sunfish. Oh, and I hope he makes it back in, because I'm not going down there to get him. He made it back. Slipped out of my hand, but that worked. Got one fish. Oh, there's another one. A little bit better. It's a different one this time. Back-to-back casts. I know this spot is definitely producing, but I think I need to move somewhere where it's a little flatter and I'm not sliding in. Man, there's a whole car over there. There's also a couple of bass hanging out right here. But yeah, looks like a Cadillac Escalade sitting upside down over there. And there was actually a nice sized bass right there. That's probably the biggest bass I've seen out of here in a while. Getting a lot of followers, but nothing biting on it. Let me try the spoon here for a minute. This one definitely sinks faster, and I move it a lot slower. And if I move it real slow, it'll get up sideways and swim. And there's that bass. That actually looks like a pretty half-decent bass over there. Turned and looked at it. From here, it looks like it's probably going to be about 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds, which for this creek is pretty sizable. Oh, I got something right there. Oh, he slipped off. Took it right at the surface at the bank and then slipped off. Actually, there looks to be sort of a deep hole right here at my feet. I'm gonna throw down there in that. They're definitely going after it there. Yeah, there's, got one. All I had to do was drop it straight in. Didn't even have to set the hook or anything, just let it sink to the bottom and he came and grabbed it. Alright, I've got this. It's like a little 2-inch jerk bait that I actually got to try to use for rainbow trout in New Braunfels in the winter, but it didn't work for me out there. So let me see if I can get something on it here. See what it does. It is a sinking, slow sinking jerk bait, and they do go after it. They are going after it pretty good, but it sinks kind of tail end down first. I'm really tempted to tie on some soft plastics and try to catch this bass that's hanging out over there, but I'm trying to challenge myself here to catch stuff on these hard baits that I never throw, so it would kind of defeat the purpose. See if I can get down here without falling. Still going with the jerk bait. Oh, they're going after it there, but nothing's taking the hook. Those look like cichlids that are chasing it now. Oh, something's got it there. It's a bass. Nope, it's not a bass. I thought it was a bass. Looked big there from the side, and then he turned straight on and I could see it was a sunfish. But he's foul hooked. No, he's hooked in the mouth, but the hook came up over the top of him and got him again. Lucky he didn't get it in the eye. There you go. Biggest one of the day on the jerk bait, and he's almost got free and almost took my rod with him, and I'm hooked in the thumb. There you go. It really looked like a bass there for a second. He looked like it was a lot longer than he was, but as soon as he turned I could see it wasn't. So 3 for 3 now. I think that leaves one more hard bait in there that I haven't tried yet, but I'm gonna give this one a few more casts because I got stuff following it and looking at it. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and switch up because those look like they would definitely go after the last one I have. Alright, so the last one for my little challenge here that I have is this little tiny crankbait. It's a little bitty square bill crankbait. The hook is bigger than this crankbait actually, and actually the hook's a little bent. Let me straighten it out. Let me fix that. I used to throw these a lot. I think this is the last one I have. I don't have any more, but I haven't thrown them in a very long time, in a couple of years. So get it tied on here and throw it out there. This is actually the reason why I brought this underspin reel, because this bait is so tiny and it weighs about as much as a fly. So I don't want to put it on a fly rod. That might be another challenge for another day, but I wanted to be able to cast it out here, so I brought the underspin reel. I'm not actually going to try to catch a fish, but I'm going to throw it that way just so I can get some bearings on it, and I can actually cast it pretty far with this thing, so that worked out. I'm not even trying to catch a fish, but they were going after it. Where I really want to throw it is up here under this bridge where all these other fish are hanging out. See, right there. And this one works really the same way as that jerkbait. It kind of sinks a little slowly, tail in first, well, because of the treble hook, but bring it in and it's caught a leaf. There we go. Although it's kind of weird, nothing is interested in this one. I threw everything else under this bridge and stuff is going after it and checking it out. Nothing came to check this one out. Alright, right here it's going to be kind of difficult to cast here. But I've always had decent luck right here. I don't even know if I can actually get down here. Okay, I think I can get right here. This is probably the only spot I can stand. There's the fish right there. Oh, something came out of nowhere and grabbed it. There's a bunch of them following it, but it looks like all the sunfish and cichlids and stuff are starting to bed down. It's definitely garnering some attention, but it's not generating any strikes. Those are sunfish, or those are cichlids chasing it there. Oh, that was the best bite I've had this whole time, but he didn't get, for some reason he just didn't get the points on the hook. There we go, got him that time. That one's a sunfish, but there we go, got the hat trick. Got at least one fish on every bait. Oh, something grabbed it right away. And he's still on. Stay on. Come on. I gotta keep, it's hard to keep up the tension on a reel like this, because that's how you land these fish, is you gotta keep tension on them. Little bitty one. See how easy the hook just comes right out? It's a problem with almost every tiny treble hook like this. One of the things about living in a city where there's really not very many big fish is you downsize everything and use ultralight rods, and it makes everything feel like it's bigger. Throw it over there and it just gets swarmed by all these little bass, and there's actually one on the line so small I couldn't even feel him taking it. So there we go. Come on. Ugh. Actually not the smallest of the day, but it's up there. Come on. Why do people always slow down when you're waiting on them? Anyway, I could not get the bass to bite for anything. Had a couple of them interested. I might have had one swipe at it, but I missed it. I spotted two that were good that length at least, so could be up around 3 pounds. Both of them were definitely over 2 pounds, but couldn't get anything to bite except for the sunfish. I couldn't get anything on the soft plastics, but I did get something on each of the hard baits that I was trying, and that was my initial goal coming out here. So even though, I mean, sunfish will pretty much eat anything you throw out there, so it's not like it was really a big challenge, but I did accomplish what I came out to do. And unfortunately this place just doesn't have the bass population that it used to, and I keep coming here because it's the closest place to where I live, and you know, sometimes I just don't have the time to drive somewhere else, so I keep coming here and I keep getting disappointed. So maybe I should just stop coming here, let the bass population recuperate. There were definitely some signs of a strong bass population making a comeback, but I couldn't get them to bite. So this place might not be a total waste anymore. Maybe a little later in the summer, fall, it'll pick up again. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.